Hello, everybody, and a good day to you all. Today, I'm talking about Supergirl, episode number 16, Fallen. In this episode here, Supergirl gets exposed to red kryptonite for the first time, and it has a bad effect on her. Now, people, just this episode here. Now, people, what happened? See, now, before I get into the good stuff, I'm gonna start off with the bad. Now, this episode here happened on an episode of Smallville, and on Smallville, starring Tom Welling, he plays the young Superman. And he was at a high school. He was in high school, and they were giving out class rings. And instead of using rubies like they're supposed to, they try to cut corners and then use red kryptonite instead. But nobody knew what it was. It looked close enough to a ruby, so they put it on. And when Clark puts it on his finger, it affects his mind. Like green kryptonite, which affects his body physically, makes him physically weak and sick until he dies. This thing corrupted his mind, and it made him more. It released his darker self. So the more he wore the ring, the more he was exposed to red kryptonite, the darker he became throughout the whole series. I mean, the whole episode. Now, this episode here, Supergirl gets exposed to red kryptonite for a brief moment. It wasn't even that long. And usually, when they're around kryptonite, it makes them weak, but once they fly away from it, the effects wear off. As long as they stay away from it, they're fine. But this time, she flew away from it, and yet the effects of the red kryptonite still stayed, which made no sense, really. I mean, I understand what they were trying to do. I get the episode they were trying to make, but her exposure to it was very brief, and it wasn't even that long. To have her get that dark, even after being exposed to it and flying away from it, would not really work, really. Because that was green kryptonite. Yes, if she stayed there around it, she would get sick and she might pass out. But if she flew away, she'll be fine. So I kept thinking to myself, why didn't the effects wear off yet? I don't know. I mean, I see that like they found she found she went to the store and found some jewelry that she wanted to buy, and she said it was something she could afford. She put it on, and it happened to be red kryptonite. She didn't know about it, and it affected her. And now she had the jewelry around her neck. It made her more corrupt. I totally get that. But just having a brief exposure to it and having it affect the whole show made no sense to me. Yeah. But other than that, I did enjoy the show, and I did have fun watching the show because it's always fun to see a hero be bad. Just to see how far they will go and how far and what exactly is their dark side. Interesting and fun to watch. And watching Kara transform into her darker self is very interesting. I think Melissa Benoist did a great job doing this. And I have to say one thing that came out of this. Her fashion choices went up a whole lot because she looked good in this episode. I mean, she looked really... I mean, Melissa Benoist is a very beautiful woman. Beautiful girl. Beautiful. But the way she dresses never reflects how she looks sometimes. But this time, they had her dressing sexy, showing that she was sexy too. Like, wow. Wow. And seeing her interact with certain people throughout this show was very interesting and fun to watch. Because Superman and Kara and Supergirl have this one thing in common. They suppress their inner selves to try to fit in and be normal. I mean, Kara got here when she was a child, so she still remembers Krypton. But Clark grew up here, and he grew up trying to fit in and trying to blend in with everybody else. And Kara does the same thing too. Even though she wasn't here as long as Clark, she tries to fit in and tries to be what she considers normal. So she overacts everything and suppresses everything else about herself that is, well, bad in a way. Not really bad. Just like this, everybody has like a dark thoughts in their brain. Everybody has some bad impulses that you have. But she cannot do that because she doesn't want to scare anybody. I mean, yes, she could rob a bank pretty easily. Wouldn't even get caught. Wouldn't even get caught on camera because she moves so fast enough. She can be in and out before anything even happens. But she can't. She won't do that because that's bad. Even though she can. So now she's supposed to just red kryptonite. It took away that thought of why. Instead of saying I can't do that, it went to why shouldn't I? I'm saving these people. I'm the hero. I'm doing all the work. Why can't I just do whatever I want? Why do I have to suppress myself for you to make you feel better about yourself? I could do whatever I want. I'm freaking Supergirl. You can't stop me. What you gonna do? What you gonna do? And that her kind of hurt a lot of her relationship with certain people, like especially her sister, Alex. Now she's looking at her a different way because now she realizing what was going on through Kara's mind all this time. You have Cat Grant, who pretty much like jumpstarted her career based off of Supergirl, and she pretty much been endorsing her since she's been on the scene, and now having her what she did to her, she got to like retract everything, and like, she feels bad what she did. Like says, I supported this person who could be a potential, she could pretty much kill us all. And then you have James, who's in love with Kara, but doesn't want to admit it for reasons I don't know. And you have Kara who's in love with him, and now she's finally admitting her feelings towards him. But now he's seeing her in a darker light because see, it's one thing to know that she's powerful and she can pretty much do anything she wants, but to see how powerful she can be and to see how dark she can be if she wanted to, can freak a person out. Because if she really wanted to hurt him, she can hurt him just like that, and he couldn't stop it at all. So now he's thinking to himself, should I go out with you? Should I be your boyfriend? Because what if you get pissed at me again? What if something happens? What if you get mind controlled again? I don't want to get killed. You can crush me. Compared to you, I'm an ant. And I don't know if that's a good thing or not. Oh. And then her actions also did something else in the show. It exposed Hank Henshaw as John Jones. Because the only way he could stop her, he had to use his full strength and his powers. So he couldn't just hide behind the Hank Henshaw persona anymore. He had to pretty much expose himself. Yeah, that sounds kind of nasty. Not in that way, but, reveal who he really was. And even worse, Senator Miranda Crane is back on this episode, played by Tawny Cypress. And you can tell from this episode here, she actually has a crush on Hank Henshaw. Because he saved her life, he helped save the day, and she kind of feels grateful for what he did for her, and that turned into this type of feelings. And now she finds out, you're an alien too? Oh, that sucks. Sucks. And then you have Maxwell Lord on the episode, and because of his thoughts and fears of Supergirl turning evil and killing us all, he actually created something that he was scared of. The thing he was scared of is what he created. Messed up. And on a brighter side on this episode, Wayne gets a girlfriend. Sci-Phone, whatever her name is, I'll never say her name. They've been hooking up left and right. But just like always, I'm not sure it's going to last. So sad. But overall, great episode. I did enjoy it a whole lot. I'm liking how this show just seems to get better and better each episode. I really am enjoying it. I highly recommend it. If you haven't been watching Supergirl, so check it out for yourself. Take my word for it. And if you saw this episode of Supergirl, leave your comments down below and let me know what you thought about it. Well, that's all I gotta say about that. So give my channel a big like and thumbs up. Boom! And subscribe to my channel and share. I really would appreciate it. Because like I always say in my dreams and in real life, I am the Ninja Rabbit. Peace out, peoples.